They called it a family gift, but every heir calls it a curse. Dark storm clouds gather above a crumbling Gothic mansion. Inside the shadows, 3 relics wait. A sword humming with dark energy, floating in mist. A golden crown glowing like fire among coins. A house with windows that flicker red as if alive. Now, only one heir remains. Elias, summoned by his father's death, he walks alone through the iron gates of the estate. The wind howls through broken trees. Candles burn weakly inside the darkened hall. Portraits of past heirs hang heavy on the walls. Their painted eyes follow him. Some bright, some hollow, some burning with madness. The voice of his father echoes in memory. Every heir must choose. The sword, the crown, or the house. One gift, one curse. Elias enters the chamber of relics. A long table glows under dim candlelight. The sword rattles in its scabbard. The crown gleams with golden fire. The house's old key pulses faintly in his hand. He steps closer as the floor creaks beneath him. Whispers rise not from the room, but from inside his mind. Now Elias must decide. Take one relic and carry its curse. But if he refuses, the curse may take him instead. Which would you choose? They said the sword was forged for kings, but its true purpose is blood. In the ruins of a forgotten battlefield, a broken sword floats in midair, wrapped in black smoke. Faces flicker inside the smoke, whispering words no living man should hear. Its blade glows faint red, like the last embers of a dying fire. Every whisper grows louder, until silence itself feels cursed. The heirs who claimed it believed the sword would bring them power. Instead, it demanded sacrifice. One heir wandered the battlefield, his eyes hollow, his lips moving in whispers, not his own. Another raised the sword high, but the smoke consumed him, leaving only his shadow burned into the stones. The whispers call again. They call to Elias. The blade rattles in its scabbard, pulling toward his hand like a magnet. If he takes it, his blood will never truly be his own. And if he refuses, the whispers may never stop. Would you dare to hold the sword? The second heir chose the crown. It glittered with promise. Gold, power, eternity. At first, the kingdom thrived. Treasures filled the vaults. Every coin gleamed like fire in her hands. But soon, the coins began to whisper. They called her name at night. They hissed when she slept. They demanded blood to stay polished. She gave them offerings. Jewels, silver, even servants who went missing, never to be seen again. The crown's glow grew brighter. Her eyes turned hollow gold. She saw wealth in every shadow. Even her reflection turned to coins. One morning, her guards found her, drowned in a sea of treasure, choking on coins that no one else could see. The crown rolled from her body, still burning with golden fire, still waiting for the next head to wear it. The third heir wanted only the estate. No sword, no crown, just the house. He believed walls could not harm him, but the house had other plans. At night, the halls twisted like a maze. Doors opened into endless black corridors. Windows reflected only his own face, older, cracked, and rotting. Portraits whispered when no one was near. The wooden floor groaned as if something moved beneath it. Even the stairway breathed. Like lungs hidden under the boards, he tried to escape, but every exit led him deeper inside. Every door repeated itself. Every corridor circled back to the start. In the end, he vanished. No body was ever found. Yet, sometimes, the windows glow faintly. A shadow paces the halls, and if you listen closely, you can still hear footsteps. Still walking, still searching. The house still stands, waiting for its next heir. And it already knows your name. Elias stands in the chamber of relics. A long table glows faintly in the candlelight. The sword rests upon it, humming with dark hunger. The crown gleams with golden fire, and in his hand, the old key to the estate pulses with a ghostly light. He whispers to himself, "I will not choose." But the relics reject him. The sword rattles in its scabbard. The crown burns brighter, spilling sparks into the air. The house groans, its walls trembling like a living beast. Elias steps back as shadows stretch across the chamber. The candles flicker, then die. Darkness swallows everything. Then the whispers return. The same voices that haunted every heir before him. They echo inside his mind, and they scream in unison. Choose. The table shakes violently. The relics ignite together. Steel glowing red, gold blazing. The house roaring with fury. Elias cries out, but no one can hear him. The choice is no longer his. The curse has chosen him. Elias collapses to his knees. The sword hums with hunger. The crown burns on the table. The house groans around him. All three relics, inside him at once. He clutches his head, whispers tear through his mind. Voices of warriors, voices of tyrants, voices of the lost. He stumbles toward a cracked mirror, but the reflection is not his own. He sees three versions of himself. A warrior, eyes black with rage. A king crowned in gold fire. A phantom, pale and hollow. Trapped in endless corridors, the reflections move without him. They smile, they whisper, they reach for him through the glass. Elias screams. The mirror shatters into shards of light. In the broken pieces, he sees all three faces staring back. And then, one reflection speaks. You will be the last heir. The chamber is silent. The sword. The crown. The house. All three relics burn with one voice. Their whispers rise into a scream. Elias reaches out, and the darkness swallows him whole. The relics vanish. The sword melts into smoke. The crown turns to ash. The house crumbles into dust. Only silence remains. But the curse does not die. It moves, it spreads. It searches, the portraits on the walls fade. The faces of past heirs disappear. The name Elias is erased. The curse has no heir left, and so it turns outward. The whisper grows louder, not from the chamber, not from the relics, but from the screen. It calls your name. The inheritance must continue. Which relic will you take? The sword, the crown, or the house? The curse seeks you now.